Good morning. March 31st. Getting a late start today, 7:30. 32 degrees. We had some snow overnight, just dusting. Got the spiked shoes on because I don't know where there's going to be ice. It was down to 25 last night when I went to bed, but it was warm yesterday. It was in the 40s, so there shouldn't be too much ice. Flynn. Flynn. Mom. Let's go this way. I don't want a smell fest all the way up. You trying to smell every track you find on the ground. So the chipper shredder being transported by Estes was in Pennsylvania the last 2 days. Is that a partridge? Might be too small for a partridge. Flynn, let's go, bud. Over here. Flynn, what's this? So they're still saying April 4th, which means Home Depot might not make it available for a couple days after that. Estes is saying they're delivering it to Lewiston. And I don't know whether Home Depot has to transport it from Lewiston up to Bangor. We'll see. I'm not in a position to start using it anyway. I do have to assemble it. Comes in 2 boxes. Weighs over 500 pounds. They say you need 2 people to assemble it. So I have to call a friend. Squirrel tracks. How well defined they are. Flynn, squirrel tracks. All right, come on. Let's go. What we got here? What is that, Flynn? That bunny rabbit, or is that? What is that? No, look at this. Flynn, you lost the track. Over here. There it is. Came up through there, bud. Yep. Come on, we're not going in there. Come on. Didn't do much yesterday. I wanted to make the Carroll Plantation annual report that we used for the meeting on Tuesday night. I wanted to make that available to a couple of friends, so I scanned it. A lot of pages. Probably 50 pages scanned, maybe more. And I broke it down into each component: the treasurer's report, the delinquent, the unpaid taxes, they call it, the auditor's analysis, the accountant's detail, how much they have in each account, and create PDFs for each of those. I think there were 7. And then I put them on my web server, and that's where I wasted a lot of time because I couldn't get the PDFs to be viewable on the web server. Spent the whole day trying to do that. But it was permissions in Linux, because the message was you don't have permissions to view a file. But it turned out it had nothing to do with Linux permissions. It had something to do with something called SE Linux, for securing Linux. You could see text files, you could see HTML files, you could see pictures, JPEGs, GIFs, whatever. You could not see PDFs. So when I finally got around to checking whether SE Linux was enforcing, they call it, it was. I disabled it, had to reboot the box, and after I rebooted it, it worked. So hours upon hours wasted because I forgot to check SE Linux, and that's usually the first thing I turn off. First thing I turn off when I build a box, because it always creates problems. But I guess it hadn't created problems. It's been running for over 2 years, but I wasn't trying to do this particular function. But now it works. So I shared that to 5 friends. I don't know if any of them actually looked at it, but one guy thanked me for the effort. I'll take a little look at the log file to see if anybody's actually looked at it, other than me. Somebody came by with a grit truck. And it looks like they're going north, based on how the grit is sprayed out, that going up that direction. Yep. I don't know whether the cow is still out. We'll find out. He'll change hands because he's on that side of the road. Don't know what I'm going to have for breakfast this morning. I had a small chicken sandwich last night on one of my rolls. I can see one of the turkeys is up with his tail feathers all spread out on the roof of the shed there. I don't see any vehicles. I think I see the cow down the field. Yep. See it straight ahead there? I think that's it. So that's 3 days they haven't been there. It was, what's today, Thursday? It was Tuesday night they were out. Wednesday. Not today, so it's 3 days. Nobody's been by. Yep. Cow is about 150, 200 feet down east off the road. It's trying to find something to eat. A turkey up on the roof. The plumage all out. I guess it must be mating season. There's snow on the ground, but the ground is definitely, it's firm enough not to be sinking in mud, but it's definitely spongy. So after I got the SE Linux thing squared away, I tried to send a friend an email. Couldn't send the email. Turns out the internet provider is now blocking 425, which is what is it, post office protocol? Top 3. Flynn. There's a lot of birds here. I don't know what they're doing. Not sure if they're too small for a partridge. But Flynn's very interested in them. Right, bud? Flynn, come on. So I tried doing a reverse IP tunnel, but unfortunately with Starlink I can't do that. I can do it from the outside in, having my box in the house create the tunnel, but trying to do it from the inside out, I can't do it because Starlink, well, maybe I need to spend more time. Right now it's not working, but since they're blocking port 25, I changed my email software, a desktop email client software, whatever you want to call it, to send mail on port 225 rather than 25, and change the firewall at the other end to translate port 225 to port 25, and that got me around that problem. So just a lot of time tinkering yesterday with stuff that really was just a waste of time. Then I got out to the barn, picked up the gator to see what I can do about the clutch. The clutch is not disengaging unless you are, actually it's not disengaging at all. I have to choke the engine down to almost a stall. So it's very slow so I can get it into gear. And rather than spending $600 for a clutch and have to do the work myself, I was thinking about putting a bicycle clamping brake kind of thing on the secondary clutch wheel. I used to have it like that, but the pads wore out. I had used a used brake, and it worked to some extent, but it wasn't great. I'm thinking about spending $25 for a pair of new brakes. So the holes are still on the the cover of the clutch. Not the cover of the clutch, but there's a cover over the clutch. I drilled 3 holes to mount the old brake. Oop. Flynn's not doing a dance this morning, but he found it was time to make his deposit. So right up by the town line. Eli still got a hell of a lot of snow on the west side of the road here. He's not going to be able to get in there, but he's concentrated on fishing elvers. I don't know what the price are right now. I think they were $50 and $100 a pound. Come on, bud. In the house. So I'll have to touch base with him and see when elver season is finished. He had bought a wood sawmill, but he didn't have it up here. He had it delivered to his house down wherever he lives. So he wants to get up there and mill some of the wood he's got on the lot there. So that probably won't happen until warmer weather. Let's see if he needs a hand putting that together. I think it's supposed to rain later. Look, get out of there. Come on. No. I don't know why you're tricking. You see the side of the road here. There's a culvert up there, but the culvert's like 15 inches above the water. So the water accumulates across the road and actually runs down here and then overflows that. It starts running down the side of the road. In the early winter, it does that too. Runs down the road here and then runs down the middle of the road, freezing. So you have ice running down the middle of the road. Got to do the pirouette. 32, it's nice and warm. Still haven't gotten the haircut. So the hat's riding up on my hair. The left ear is starting to get a little chilly. I don't know how that cow got out of that pen. The cow got out. Why didn't the goat? Boo! No, she doesn't care. There's 2 turkeys up on the roof. The third one off to the left. And the rooster's up there. I haven't heard the rooster crow this morning. Back there where the cow is now, they'll drive a stake into the ground and tie it to there and leave it out there getting eaten by flies for days. And the cow will walk around the pole more and more, and the tether gets shorter and shorter. She runs in circles around the pole to the point where she can't move at all. The goat was doing the same exact thing. After the goat was in the pen and gotten wrapped around the upright of the little shelter in the middle there, to the point where he couldn't move an inch. See a board down there. Wonder if she forced her way through back there. Hey, bud, let's go. Come on. Let's go. All done? All done? Let's go in the house. In the house. Come on. Come on. You want the handle? No. Okay, let's go. Good boy. Good boy. You got it. Come on. Come on, Flynn. No. Put some tape on the handle yesterday because the rubber was coming off. Rather than lose the rubber, I just figured I'd throw some tape around it. So today being the 31st of the month, my retirement should be deposited. Going to pay some bills. Let me see. April, November. I think I already paid April's tractor payment. But if I did, that means I've got 6 payments. May, June, July, August, September. 7 payments. Pays off in November, I think. So that'd be nice to get rid of that. Couple $100 spending money in a month. Start putting that away for something. I don't know where they get the grit from, but looks like nice stuff. Have to ask Travis where he gets that. It's the same stuff. Flynn, come on. He wants to go back and smell the tree again. Get rid of the tree. There's some tracks here. What is this? What's this? Where's that? That's Flynn from yesterday. Flynn and I went down there last night. There's still frost in the ground because I stepped one place and I could hear the frost crunch and my foot went down 3 inches in the ground. Seems like winter's really dragging on. I heard the weatherman say something about another wintry mix. Crater there, huh? Get. Come. Oh boy. All right, Flynn, in the house. Come on, buddy. Flynn. Come on. I don't think I needed the spike shoes, but better safe than sorry, huh? If it was a nicer day, I'd get out and prune some of the apple trees. Someone's doing some construction somewhere. Amazing how far sound travels out here. Just the closest house I think somebody might be working on something is over a mile away. As the crow flies. Kept getting, one of the cameras kept sending me motion detected alerts. There's apparently a spider in the basement that has a web that's moving back and forth that's causing the motion detection alerts. Got to go down through that web. So I'm not constantly, the little boy who cried fox kind of thing. Cried fox? Cried wolf. The boy who cried wolf, who kept saying wolf, 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 and when it actually happened, nobody believed him. School bus? Yep. School bus. It hit that big crater. That's it for this morning. Check back tomorrow for April Fool's Day. All right, thank you.